Hello my friends, how are you? Welcome to my eFramer channel, where we address all kind of topics related to framing. Next, we will address an interesting topic for all framing lovers. I hope you find it interesting and I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Hello my friends, today we will talk about a very interesting topic, the speed square. This is an incredible and practical working instrument for all framers and builders. Its history goes back to 1925 in Illinois. This square was invented by Albert Swanson. Coincidentally, today I am unpacking my new Swanson square. Wow, a great square that we will talk a little bit about its design. It's made of aluminum. Basically, this square is a right triangle with a ruler on its sides in the shape of a rib that at the same time serves as a guide. Also, the other leg at 90 degrees is a ruler graduated in inches. Something very important with this square is the fact that the concept of this square was born and continues to this day in the context of construction. That is, its terms and measures have to do with the construction of houses and the roof. Therefore, it is important to familiarize ourselves with some of its terms. The rafters. There are three kinds of rafters that we are interested in being able to square and cut with their angles, and they are: the common rafters are like their name. It's indicated by the majority of rafters in a roof, hence their common name. The hip rafters are the rafter where two roofs meet to form a bunch, and the valley rafters, which are the rafter where two roofs meet to form a depression. So, when we see any of these angles in the square, we already know that we are referring to the corner where the angle is formed at the 90 degrees is a pivot from where the square can be rotated. When doing this, we can use the graduated scales on the diagonal of the square, which are three. One is a scale graduated in degrees. The other is the common that measures the angle represented in the height in inches for each foot of horizontal travel. In a single glance with this square, you can convert an angle in degrees to inches of height and vice versa. For example, 412 roof means that this roof will be 4 inches height for every 12 inches of horizontal run. At the same time, this roof is equivalent to a slope of 18 degrees from the vertical. The other scale is the hip. The hip represents the height of the angle of the hip of ridge where the two roofs meet, and this measurement with respect to a horizontal run of 17 inches instead of 12 inches as happened with the common. We can see the trigonometric aspect of where the 17 inches measurement comes from when we calculated the hypotenuse of the two legs of 12 inches. This is what happened precisely in the hip or ridges. It is also used for the angles of the valleys or lines where the fault waters and two roofs meet. Uses of the speed square. Drawing of lines at 90 degrees. This is the one of the most common operation with the speed square. Most of the time we simply want to cut a piece of wood square, for which we use the square to make the previous cut line. On some occasions, we can conveniently use the square as a guide for the saw. Drawing of parallel lines. On other occasions, we want to make a rib or a longitudinal cut on a piece of wood, and the speed square can also help us in these cases. The square comes with a series of notches or grooves on its sides, every quarter of an inch that facilitate the stroke. A particularity of this case is a diamond-shaped guide that comes in 3.5 inches. This guide is very important to mark ribs and to be able to mark a piece of wood longitudinality, since 3.5 is one of the standard measures of wood that is comes as 2x4, and hence it is very used. Plotting angles with respect to the vertical. When we draw an angle with the square, perhaps 812 or 1012, we must know if the angle we are drawing is with respect to the vertical or the horizontal. When we are drawing an angle with respect to the vertical, we place the square in its pivot point and rotate it until we can see the measurement we are looking for on the edge of the wood. In this case of this example, we want to mark 412 angle, and this will be the angle that the roof will have. Plotting angles with respect to horizontal. When we draw this type of angles, we are drawing the original angle that the roof will have with respect to horizontal. For this, we place the square at its pivot point, but this time we do not rotate the square, but we mark the angle directly on the scale. Then we remove the square and join the mark to the pivot point. In that way, we will have marked the angle with respect to horizontal. This angle is popularly known as long angle. Drawing a line perpendicular to an angle that has already been drawn. This square has a mark on one of its vertices that allow us to draw an angle at 90 degrees with respect to an angle already drawn. We simply place the square with the mark on the reference line, and then we can draw the line. Also, with this square and with the help of a level, we can know the angle of a particular element in the following way. We place the level together with the square in this way until we achieve that the level is plumb, then we can read it. To example, a rough reading of 4.512 for the inclined element. Okay? Okay guys, I hope you found this video interesting. I invite you to subscribe to my channel and see you next time. Lon angle.